for a post-show of a Point Fighter Live approved event. It was the Middle Tennessee Classic. We have our Power Ring winner here, Cooper Lawson. Cooper, how are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Well, let's look at this picture right in the middle. Two big cups to win, to show off how you did. Tell me more about what those cups mean and what divisions you won.
I won 4 out of my 7 divisions, and I won Creative Weapons, Extreme Weapons, Creative Kata, and Traditional Kata.
So both forms and weapons, and then you went on to compete in grands, and you won them both.
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Congratulations. So I see you're surrounded by some of the people in the back here. Super excited with you. Did you go with some teammates or with your school?
Yes, I went with 2 of my teammates.
What team do you represent, Cooper?
Team FX.
Team of FX. Cool. Yes, very cool. Okay, so clearly you did really well, but can you tell me a little bit more about the competition? If someone wasn't there, how would you describe it?
It was really well run. It ran really smoothly. It was just very well run.
So no hiccups. What did you say?
There were really good judges.
Really good judges. And you know what? You're coming and saying that you won 4 divisions. You came up a little short in 3, and you're still saying that the judges were good, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Awesome. Okay, so I see that you are a blue belt. You competed in the underbelt division?
Yes, ma'am.
What was the competition like there? How many kids? Did you feel like the competition was challenging? And paint a little bit of a picture there.
Oh, there were a lot of very hard competition. Honestly, I was like,
That's good. I mean, it means you're giving credit where credit's due.
Yes.
Yeah. Ma'am. Cool. Those are pretty big cups too. They're bigger than your head. Do you take home your trophies when you win them?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you keep them?
In my room.
In your room. Okay, well, I know you're on a laptop right now, but if you weren't on a laptop, what does your room look like with your trophies? Is that one of your biggest ones? How do you display them?
They are medium. I have 6-foot trophies.
6-foot trophies. How long have you been competing, Cooper?
5 years.
5. Okay, wait. I have to ask. How old are you?
9, ma'am.
So you started competing when you were 4 years old?
No, I accidentally said that. I've been competing for 2 years.
2 years. Okay, so you started competing when you were 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's about the same age I started. A lot of people start competing. It's a good age to really get your basics and your skills down at the karate school, and then you feel confident to go out and start competing. But you have a 6-foot tall one. All right, so I see the venue here, the Middle Tennessee Classic. I did the pre-show here with Mr. Warren, Jason Warren, the promoter, and he was really excited about it. He said that there were a lot of registration numbers when we talked, and he was feeling confident that it was going to be a packed house. Did it end up being like that? And how was the environment?
Yes, there were like 300 people there. They had to add 2 rings.
Really? Like they had to build 2 more rings?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, that's a good little tidbit to know about it. So it seems like they adjusted and they got it to work. Do you remember? It's a 1-day event. Do you remember what time you got there and when you were able to leave?
8:30 I started, and then I left around like 4:30.
Okay, so it was a day's work for you, Cooper.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so let's talk a bit more about how you got into martial arts. When did you start?
Well, my mom and dad started me up. They started calling, and I was like 4 years old.
When you say started calling, like calling around for schools to join?
Yes, ma'am.
That's interesting. I distinctly remember my parents too. I think I asked when I was 4, but they said when you're 5. They were calling around as well to school. So I guess that's still kind of the process to find your home base. What style do you practice, Cooper?
American sport karate.
Cool. Okay. So that means that you're super prepared for like the NASCA division, for Pro Mac. And if you started competing 2 years ago, that means you've seen some really great people on the circuit. What is your favorite thing about competition? What do you like about it?
I like to see all my friends and compete for all those grand prizes and try to win them.
The grand prizes are really fun, especially on the Pro Max circuit. There's some cool things out there. I've seen backpacks with chargers. I've seen spin the wheels where they try to win scooters and PS5s. What's your favorite award that you've gotten so far?
For grands,
In general, but I guess grands too.
those cups for sure.
Those cups, well, I'm sure Mr. Warren is going to be so happy to hear that when he watches this. You could honestly like put like a gallon of fruit punch in there and just drink out of it. They're so big.
I told my dad when I got it, okay, here's your coffee cup.
Your dad must drink a lot of coffee then. Maybe this is a little of a message then for him. That's so funny. But they're in your room now, and I'm sure they mean a lot to you. And so you seem to, is this your first time winning grands for underbelts, or have you won times before?
I've won times before.
So you're winning in both forms and weapons. That's really impressive. And that's one of the reasons that you're on here today, because people can be good at one thing. They can be good at medium, good at another, but you're excelling at 2 different things. How do you do it?
I train 5 days a week.
That's a lot. You're in school too?
Yes, ma'am.
So 9 years old. What grade are you in?
4th grade.
4th grade. 4th grade for me, I remember loving writing. That's my main memory. What's your favorite thing about school right now?
Math.
Oh, goodness, math. Cannot relate, Cooper, but you know what? We need more U's in the world. I've seen that our math skills in America have been going down, so I am putting my full faith of saving us into you. But so how do you have enough time to do all those math problem sets and train 5 days a week? Do you go to the school? Do you have a place at home that you train?
I go to a dojo.
Okay, awesome. And I also saw that so even though, yes, you won Forms and Weapons Grands, you also fight?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me more about that. What's your favorite thing about fighting? And are you a kicker, puncher? Tell me more about your style.
I'm a kicker and puncher. I follow up. I really like to spar.
Yeah? You really like to spar. Did you get to spar at this tournament?
Yes.
How did that go? Yeah, tell me how that went.
I came in 3rd.
3rd place. Any lessons you might have taken back to bring to your instructor?
Not to go easy.
Not to go easy. Okay, tell me a little bit more about that. I feel like I know what you mean, but I'm sure people would appreciate the lesson you learned, so maybe they don't have to go through the same thing.
Just don't hold back. Put it all out there.
Yeah. I mean, there's no better time than when you're in the match, when the round is going, than to put it all out there, right?
Right.
No point in saving the gas if you're already out of the race.
No.
Cool. Okay. Well, all right, Cooper. So you been competing for 2 years. Tell me a little bit more just about you. This is the first time on the Power Chat series on Point Fighter Live. So are you in Tennessee? Do you live in Tennessee?
No, ma'am. I live in Virginia.
Virginia. So you drove to this event. Did you guys? You had to get there at 8:30. Did you stay in a hotel, or you got there? You left early?
I stayed in a hotel.
Okay, so that's good. So that's good feedback, because when I do the pre-shows, even for one-day events, hotel information is important because you guys stayed in a hotel. So, which is, I'm sure that doesn't matter to you, but as a host, it's important to know. So how did you hear about the Middle Tennessee Classic, and why did you go?
We do all the Southern Pro Mac tournaments.
Yeah, so all the Southern Pro Mac tournaments, and what's great about that is there are there are so many great competitors on the Pro Mac circuit who do Pro Mac, who would do a bunch of different circuits. Do you have any role models or people you look up to in martial arts? If
Yeah.
so, who?
Gavin Dollarhide.
Gavin Dollarite. That came out super fast. What do you like about Gavin and his style?
Well, he's really strong, and I like him to watch him do bow. He's really good with the bow.
Is that what your weapon is?
I do bow and sword.
Oh, okay. Which one? What do you like about bow and what do you like about sword?
I like that I can do lots of aerial splits and stuff with my bow, and with the sword, I just like everything about my sword.
Oh, awesome. Okay. And then you're in school. Do you do any other hobbies? I don't know how you would have time if you train 5 days a week.
I play video games occasionally, but I read and I do karate.
Yeah, that's a lot on your plate. Having to go to school, go to the karate school, train 5 days a week. And of course, you need some time to hang out with your friends, play some video games, and read a book. So tell me more, Cooper, about what your goals are. Season's almost over, but long-term goals in martial arts. You're 9 years old, a blue belt, already winning grands. What do you want to accomplish in your martial arts career?
I really want to get my black belt from Mr. Ferguson.
That's a major accomplishment, something to work towards. And it's very fulfilling once you get that. And then when you get to the black belt division, you plan on still competing?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Very cool. Okay. And I'm sure you have a lot of people who are excited to see you on here. On the Power Chat series, your first time here. Did you also get the Power Ring too?
No, ma'am.
No? Normally we do the show with the person who wins the Power Ring or someone who the promoter wants to have on and suggests. So you're that person, and I hope the next time I have you on here, you have our cool Power Ring, another thing to work towards. So that's really fun. And any shout outs you want to give?
Mr. Ferguson.
Mr. Ferguson, that's your karate instructor, your
Yes,
martial
ma'am.
arts instructor. Mr. Ferguson, and obviously your family and friends watching and supporting
Mr.
you.
Warren.
Mr. Warren. Yes. He has another he has another major tournament on the Promax circuit as well. So super fun. Are you any more tournaments for you for the season for the November, December year?
Destin
down in Florida. That's gonna be a fun one. What's your favorite Promac event?
Creative Sword.
Oh, I'm sorry. Creative Sword, yes. I could definitely tell you love the sword. But I meant, do you have a favorite Promac like tournament? I think I meant to say. Like
all the Tennessee ones.
The Tennessee ones? What do you like about Tennessee?
It's beautiful looking.
Really? You know what? I'm going to have to visit. I have never been to Tennessee before. I might just have to. You might have just convinced me. Those are all your favorite ones because there are some really great Promac tournaments on the circuit. So
and US Open.
US Open's also a really cool. So you've been to the US Open before. What did you go this year?
Yes, ma'am.
Cool. Okay. All right. Well, anything else that you wanted to say or add, Cooper? I have had a great time having you on the Power Chat series.
Thank you for having me.
I'm glad to have you on, and it's been a pleasure to learn more about you as a martial artist, and I cannot wait to see you win many more grand championships and cool cups like that one. Okay? All right. Thanks for coming on, Cooper, and thank you guys for watching and supporting the Power Chat series. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe as we grow our channel to tens of thousands of more people. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.